Join me as we count down the top 10 most dangerous animals on Earth. This is not a list based on fear, but on fact. Not on reputation, but on the stark, cold numbers of human lives lost each year. Some are giants, their power undeniable. Others are so small, they could rest on your fingertip, yet they wield a power far exceeding their stature. Prepare to have your perceptions challenged, as we explore the incredible and sometimes terrifying ways in which the animal kingdom defends its place in the world. The results, I assure you, are not what you might expect. Our countdown begins not with a roar, but with a whine, a sound so common, so easily dismissed, yet it heralds the arrival of our planet's deadliest animal. It is a creature of immense numbers, found on every continent except Antarctica, a master of adaptation that thrives in our own backyards. I am speaking, of course, of the mosquito. This tiny insect, weighing less than a speck of dust, is responsible for an astonishing number of human fatalities, eclipsing all other animals combined. It is not their bite that kills, but the deadly cargo they carry within their slender bodies. They are the ultimate vectors of disease. Through a single, near-painless puncture, the mosquito becomes a hypodermic needle for nature's most devastating illnesses. Malaria, a parasitic disease that lays siege to our red blood cells, claims hundreds of thousands of lives annually, a silent pandemic that has plagued humanity for centuries. But the mosquito's arsenal is vast. It also transmits the debilitating fevers of dengue and Zika and the neurological damage of the West Nile virus. With an estimated 725,000 deaths attributed to them each year, these fragile insects have earned their grim title as the undisputed deadliest creature on Earth, a testament to the fact that the greatest dangers often come in the smallest of packages. From the airborne to the earthbound, we now turn to a group of animals that inspire a primal fear in many of us. They are creatures of ancient lineage, elegant, silent, and lethally efficient. Snakes. Found in nearly every habitat, from dense rainforests to arid deserts, their methods of dispatch are varied and highly evolved. While many are harmless, a significant number possess one of nature's most sophisticated weapons, venom. It is a complex cocktail of neurotoxins and hemotoxins, delivered with lightning speed through hollow fangs, designed to immobilize prey and begin digestion from the inside out. When humans are the unfortunate victims, the results can be catastrophic. Globally, snakes are responsible for approximately 100,000 deaths each year. In the arid landscapes of Australia, the Inland Taipan holds the title for the most toxic venom known to science, a single bite containing enough power to kill 100 men. In Asia, the majestic king Cobra can deliver a massive volume of neurotoxin, capable of felling an elephant. And in Africa, the Black Mamba combines potent venom with incredible speed and an aggressive disposition. It is this combination of potent chemistry and swift delivery that makes these legless hunters one of the most formidable and dangerous groups of animals on our planet. For thousands of years, one animal has stood by our side as a loyal companion, a protector, and a friend. It is a bond forged in mutual trust and affection. But when this bond is broken by disease, our closest ally can become an unwitting agent of death. The dog, when infected with the rabies virus, undergoes a terrifying transformation. The virus attacks the central nervous system, inducing aggression, confusion, and a complete change in behavior. This once familiar friend becomes unpredictable and dangerous, driven by the virus's single imperative to spread itself through saliva, typically via a bite. This tragic scenario plays out most often in developing nations, where vaccination programs are not widespread, leading to an estimated 59,000 human deaths annually. The vast majority of these rabies cases are transmitted by dog bites. The progression of the disease in humans, once symptoms appear, is almost invariably fatal, making prevention through vaccination absolutely critical. It is a heartbreaking entry on our list, a reminder that the dangers we face can sometimes come from the most trusted of sources, a friendship turned fatal by a microscopic, relentless pathogen. We now journey to the waterways of Africa, Asia, Australia, and the Americas, to the domain of a prehistoric survivor. Here lurks an apex predator whose design has been perfected over millions of years, the crocodile. It is a creature of patience and explosive power, a master of the ambush. Lying motionless, often mistaken for a floating log, it waits for the opportune moment. With eyes and nostrils perched atop its head, it can remain almost completely submerged, observing the world above while remaining hidden from its unsuspecting prey. When an animal comes to the water's edge to drink, the crocodile strikes with breathtaking speed. Its jaws, which possess one of the strongest bite forces in the animal kingdom, snap shut with devastating power, but the kill is often not instantaneous. The crocodile will frequently employ a death roll, using its powerful body to spin and drag its victim underwater to drown. This raw reptilian power is not reserved solely for animal prey. Humans who venture too close to the water's edge are also at risk, resulting in an estimated 1,000 fatalities each year. The crocodile remains a formidable and ancient king of the waterways. On the vast savannas, and in the dense forests of Africa and Asia, lives the largest land animal on Earth, the elephant. These are creatures of profound intelligence, complex social structures, and deep emotional capacity. We see them as gentle giants, and for the most part they are. They mourn their dead, protect their young with unwavering devotion, and communicate in ways we are only just beginning to understand. But to mistake this gentle nature for weakness is a grave error. An elephant is an animal of immense size and power, and when it feels threatened, its response can be overwhelming. A provoked or frightened elephant, particularly a bull in moose or a matriarch protecting her herd, is one of the most dangerous forces in nature. A single charge can flatten a vehicle, and its immense weight can crush a human in an instant. As human populations expand and encroach upon ancient elephant territories, encounters become more frequent and, tragically, more confrontational. These conflicts, often arising from crop raiding or perceived threats, lead to approximately 500 human deaths each year. It is a sad reminder that even the most intelligent and gentle of creatures will defend their families and their homes with formidable and often lethal force. Submerged in the rivers and lakes of sub-Saharan Africa, an animal with a deceptively placid appearance spends its days. The hippopotamus. Its name, from the ancient Greek, means river horse, but this creature is far from gentle. Despite its herbivorous diet, the hippo is widely considered to be one of the most dangerous large land animals in Africa. They are fiercely territorial, particularly the dominant bulls who preside over stretches of river, and the females who protect their young. Their bulk is deceptive. On land, they can outrun a human with surprising agility. The true danger of the hippo lies in its unpredictability and aggression. A canoe or small boat drifting into its territory can be seen as a threat, and the hippo will not hesitate to attack. It will capsize the vessel with its immense bulk and use its enormous mouth, armed with long, sharp canine and incisor teeth, to crush and kill. These formidable jaws can open to almost 180 degrees and snap shut with incredible force. This territorial fury results in an estimated 500 human deaths per year, placing the hippo far above lions and leopards in terms of danger to humans on the African continent. In the arid, sun-scorched landscapes of the world, a small nocturnal hunter scuttles across the sand. The scorpion, an ancient arachnid, it's honestly a marvel of survival, equipped with these formidable pincers to grasp its prey and a segmented tail tipped with a venomous stinger. Of the nearly 2,000 species of scorpion, only a small fraction, maybe 30 or 40, actually possess venom potent enough to be lethal to humans. However, where these dangerous species are found, they pose a significant threat, especially to children and the elderly. Among the most feared is the deathstalker scorpion, found in North Africa and the Middle East. Its venom is a powerful cocktail of neurotoxins that causes excruciating pain, fever, convulsions, and paralysis, potentially leading to heart or respiratory failure. While anti-venom is available, access to medical care can be really difficult in the remote regions these scorpions inhabit. Worldwide, the sting of a scorpion is responsible for up to 3,000 deaths annually. It's a stark illustration of how a creature small enough to hide in a shoe can wield one of nature's most painful and deadly chemical weapons. Roaming the grasslands of Africa is an animal that's earned a fearsome reputation among even the most experienced hunters and guides. It's not the lion or the leopard, but a powerful herbivore known for its formidable defenses, and honestly, its volatile temperament, the Cape buffalo. Also called the Black Death, this bovine is definitely not to be trifled with. Unlike their domesticated relatives, Cape buffalo have never been tamed, and they've got this wild, unpredictable nature that makes them exceptionally dangerous. They're a key member of the so-called Big Five, which is a term originally coined by hunters for the 5 most difficult and dangerous animals to hunt on foot. What really makes the Cape buffalo so perilous is its total unpredictability. It might look like it's just grazing peacefully one moment, then suddenly launch a full-speed charge the next, often with barely any warning at all. Weighing up to 900 kilograms and armed with a massive boss of fused horns, they are a powerful force. They're also known for their cunning and memory. A wounded buffalo has been known to circle back and ambush its pursuer. This mix of strength, aggression, and unpredictability leads to around 200 human deaths each year, cementing the Cape buffalo's status as one of Africa's most feared inhabitants. So now, let's descend beneath the waves, into this realm of blue mystery, the home of an animal that, honestly, commands both our deepest fears and our greatest fascination: the shark. For over 400 million years, these cartilaginous fish have patrolled the oceans, evolving into, like, the perfect predators. Their streamlined bodies cut through the water with both grace and power, and their senses are so finely tuned that they can detect the faintest electrical field or even a single drop of blood. Plus, their rows of serrated teeth are just legendary. Out of more than 500 species of shark, only a handful are considered a significant threat to humans. The vast majority of fatal encounters are actually attributed to just 3 species: the great white, the tiger shark, and the bull shark. These are large, powerful predators, and sometimes their hunting grounds overlap with places where humans like to swim or surf. Most attacks are believed to be cases of mistaken identity, where a surfer on a board or a swimmer is mistaken for a seal or some other natural prey. But despite their terrifying reputation, which is definitely fueled by popular culture, the number of fatal shark attacks is surprisingly low, averaging between 5 to 10 deaths per year worldwide. So, while a shark encounter can be devastating, they're, statistically, one of the least deadly animals on our list. Our final entry is, well, an insect that earns its place not through a venomous bite or a fearsome charge, but through this silent, insidious partnership with a deadly parasite. It's known by a bunch of names: the assassin bug, the cononosed bug, or most chillingly, the kissing bug. Found mostly in the Americas, this bug is nocturnal and actually attracted to the carbon dioxide we exhale. While a person sleeps, it'll often bite them on the face, especially around the soft tissue of the lips or eyes, hence the name kissing bug. The bite itself isn't the main danger. As it feeds on blood, the bug often defecates near the bite wound. Inside its feces lurks a parasite, Trypanosoma cruzi. When the sleeping person instinctively scratches the itchy bite, they end up rubbing the parasite into the wound, or even into their eyes or mouth. This leads to Chagas disease, which is a silent killer. The initial phase might be mild or have no symptoms at all, but over years or even decades, the parasite can cause really severe and life-threatening damage to the heart and digestive system. This quiet, unassuming insect is actually responsible for an estimated 10,000 deaths every year, a truly silent assassin that delivers a fatal kiss in the night. And so, our journey through the world's most dangerous animals comes to an end. From the ubiquitous mosquito to the silent assassin bug, we've seen that the greatest threats often defy our expectations. It's not always the largest, the loudest, or the most fearsome-looking creatures that pose the most significant danger. Nature, in all its infinite complexity, has armed its inhabitants in a whole bunch of ways. Venom, disease, territorial aggression, and sheer defensive power are all tools honed by millions of years of evolution, tools that demand our caution and our respect. Understanding these animals isn't about cultivating fear, but about, fostering a deeper appreciation for the wild world and our place within it. The numbers we've discussed are sobering, a stark reminder of the fine line that separates life and death in the natural world. But they also tell another story, a story of human encroachment, of changing climates, and of the delicate balance we so often disrupt. By learning about these creatures, we learn more about the ecosystems they inhabit and the vital role each one plays. We learn where the true dangers lie, allowing us to coexist more safely and to focus our conservation efforts where they're needed most. The world is full of wonder, but it's a wonder that must be approached with knowledge and with wisdom. Thank you for joining me on this exploration. I hope it's given you a new perspective on the animal kingdom and the intricate, sometimes perilous web of life that connects us all. The more we understand, the better we can protect both ourselves and the magnificent creatures with whom we share this remarkable planet. Stay curious, stay aware, and stay safe. If you found this journey as fascinating as I did, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more deep dives into the natural world. And hey, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. So which of these animals surprised you the most?